So the Midwest is a really weird place. Like, it's its own entity. Nowhere else is like it. So for starters, there's all these weird animals, and I don't have any videos of the weird animals because they always show up at the randomest moments, and I never have a camera ready. But there's also these other, like, events and hobbies that I just think are super fascinating and super cool, and I wanted to document it. And not really including the setting off fireworks over a lake. I feel like that's pretty standard boy stuff.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, no, that's a big...
Like, okay, are you ready for this? I'm not sure if this is only a thing in the Midwest or if it happens all over the place and I was just completely unaware. Not sarcastically, not ironically, I absolutely was in love with this. It was so fun. So people take their lawnmowers and their tractors and they trick them out, and then they pull this, like, sled thing as far or as fast as they can. I still don't even know the rules. And pretty much the whole community comes and just sits on the block and watches this take place. It was the most wholesome and fun thing ever. So not even like a weird thing or specifically Midwest thing, but somebody forgot to charge the battery for the boat, so we just sat under the boat thing and watched everybody else have fun on the lake. And then I just had to throw this in for contrast. So I ended up going back to California, back home for a little bit in the middle of summer, and this is the lake. This is me spinning in a circle on a jet ski, and you can't see anything because we got smoked out. Anyway, the night before, like, the whole jet ski shenanigans, there was a bat in the little bathroom, and we became really close friends because he flew right at my face when I opened the door. There was more than one bat in here. I don't know where the other bat went, so I went looking for it, and I never really found it. I don't know how he got out. The door was shut. And I wonder if maybe he was, like, trying to seek revenge, because on the drive up to the mountains, a bat definitely bounced off my windshield. So since I didn't have enough fun with the bats when we were camping, I dragged my parents out to Pinnacles National Park so we could go, like, spelunking. Is that what it's called when you go, like, climbing through caves? I keep saying like, I'm so sorry. But I guess the national parks don't want you to play with the bats because they closed off the cave that actually was inhabited by bats, or maybe it was bat season. I'm not sure how bats work. Now, I didn't even know this could happen. I not only ripped both my socks, but my nail polish on my toes melted to my socks. That's why there's the little gaps there. It stuck in my sock and my shoe. And what better segue to the state fair, which is basically just a food fest, than my smelly socks. This is back in the Midwest, by the way, where the 3 food groups are fried fat and cheese, hence fried pickles. Which are delicious, by the way. I don't think I've had them anywhere else. The bargains here were crazy. Where else can you get unlimited milk for $2? I'd heard all about the food at the state fair, but nobody raves about the animals, but I'm going to, because these bunnies were so cute. Not only were there bunnies, but there were these, like, fluff balls. They look like puffles. I mean, I guess they are bunnies. And not just bunnies, but goats. I'm in love with goats. I think the first thing I'm going to buy when I buy a house is going to be a goat. Maybe a dog and a cat. I might just have a petting zoo, but goats will definitely be involved. When I said this place was known for food, I was not even exaggerating. I ate a ton of food, and they had this coupon book where if you used the coupons, you would only pay like $2 or $3 for whatever the heck you were eating. I thought it would be really cool to try and eat everything in the coupon book, but I'm not a competitive eater and there's no way that would have happened. Also, this cow. Do you not just want to pet this cow? I think he may just have been the favorite person I met / wanted to bring home. So then there was one other weird thing that I never really got the answer to. I was sitting here looking at all these, like, award-winning cheeses, wanting to eat them. And then when I turned around, there was a girl sitting in, like, an icebox while a person carved her face out of butter. The last Midwest thing that I learned this summer was, like, about canning and preserving food, which is pretty logical, pretty awesome, actually. So when I gained access to 30 or so pounds of onions, I thought, you know, it'd be really cool if I could preserve these onions. And what better way to preserve onions than to dry them to make, like, little onion flakies and onion powder for when you cook. And I thought, oh, easy peasy, you know, I have an air fryer. I'm pretty sure you can dehydrate things in an air fryer. Well, the air fryer that I have is the Ninja Foodie, and it doesn't go low enough in temperature to where you can, like, dehydrate things. I'm pretty sure it would just cook the onions. So then I tried cooking them in the oven, but turns out that takes way long, like forever, and you gotta leave the oven open a crack, which heats up the whole house unbearably. This all resulted in me having about, I don't know, like 3 ounces of dehydrated onion rings, and then like 29 pounds of chopped and sliced onions that I still haven't figured out what to do with exactly. So yeah, I've got a very onion-smelling fridge. More onions than actual food. I mean, I know onions are food, but I don't know a lot of people that just eat straight onions. And here's the best outro I'll ever have.